Hey everybody, welcome back to our page. So we are cooking tonight, and some nights are later nights than others for us. So we had Tae Kwon Do earlier, and we are just now getting home. We had to make a quick stop at the grocery store. So I'm trying to put together a very quick meal for the kids. Actually, I'm doing two meals tonight. I'm going to do some salmon and rice, and I'm actually going to do some turkey and cheese sliders. So this is very simple to put together, and I think it's one of those tasty things that comes through your Facebook feeds that I saw. So I'm going to do it the Shakima version, of course. So here are my King's Hawaiian rolls. These are the savory butter rolls. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these rolls out of the pack. I'm not a fan of rolls, but I will eat them if they're toasted. My kids like rolls, like they would eat this straight out of the pack. Not going to work for me, but whatever. So I'm going to take these, and these will fit into my little glass dish. This is an 8 by 8, I think. This is, let me see. Oh, it's an 8 by 11 inch dish. So this is a smaller one. And so all of my rolls do fit in there nicely. So what I'm going to do is pull the rolls. Let me stir my onions. Right now I'm trying to saute some onions as well. Because after I get this in the oven, I'm going to work on the salmon and rice. So I have my oven that's preheated to 350 degrees. And what I'm going to do is take my larger knife, actually. And I'm going to just cut the tops of the rolls off. So I'm just going right along the roll and cutting them in half. This is not a serrated knife like I need, but I'm going to do the best I can with what I have, right? Yes. Okay. So I've got my rolls pretty much cut in half. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to taste good. And I'm going to flip that off for now. And then I'm going to take the bottom half of the rolls and put it on the bottom half of my dish. So there we have the bottom half of the rolls, and then here's the top half of the rolls. I'm going to give the garbage bowl to my garbage bowl person. Thank you. And I'm going to take just a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil and put that on the rolls, just to kind of season the inside of the rolls with a little bit of EVOO. Now, I'm going to take, this is just some extra sharp cheddar cheese. You can use any cheese that you like. Gouda, Munster, feta, regular. You can use shredded if you like as well. This was on sale at Food Line. It was 2 for $4, so I'm just using this because I have it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to take the cheese and lay it down on the bottom half of the rolls. And I'm going to try to make it tight. So I may have to get, this is 4 pieces. And then, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12 small rolls. So that'll be enough for both myself and the kids to eat tonight. And I think they want to have leftovers for lunch. So I'm just going to take the cheese, and what I've done is I've laid it in to the casserole dish. So I've got the rolls on the bottom, I've got the cheese on the top. This is what it looks like from the side. And now I'm just going to take my meat, which I just have honey turkey, and I'm going to lay that on top of the cheese. And you can do, this is thin sliced turkey. So I'm just going to pull off a couple slices and just lay it on top of the cheese. Just like this, to get it all covered. And it really is to your liking or your taste. If you want to add onions, you could add red onions on here. You could add spinach on here. Whatever you like. You can do multiple meats, multiple layers of cheese. So that's probably about, let me see, this is a 9-ounce package. So that's probably about 4.5 ounces. So about half the pack of cheese, of turkey is what I put on there. Let me stir up my onions really fast. Okay. So I've gotten that. And now I'm going to take some of this. This is an Italian herb seasoning. And what I'm going to do is just use that to kind of season the meat. on the inside. You do not have to season the meat on the inside if you don't want to. It's just my personal preference. So I am going to season the meat just a little. And then I'm going to take and top the meat with another layer of the cheese. So that's 2 layers of cheese. If you are lactose intolerant, I'm very sorry. But we like cheese at our house. So this is what we're doing. You can do this with anything. I'm using turkey and cheese just because I had turkey and cheese. You could do this with meatballs if you wanted to make meatball subs and do the marinara. So I've gotten that. So rolls, a layer of cheese, a layer of turkey, another layer of cheese, and then I'm going to take the other roll, or the tops of the rolls, and lay it back on top of the bottom roll as best as I can. Because when I cut these in half, I do want them to be little semis. And so there we have it. And now, just to kind of give this a little bit of seasoning on top, I am going to drizzle this with a little bit of the EVOO. Just a little bit. And you can do melted butter. I actually was going to do melted butter, and then I remembered that I had the olive oil. So that's why I'm doing it with the olive oil. But you can do melted butter. And then on top of that, I am going to do just a little bit more of the Italian herb grinder on top. This is going to go in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Just until the cheese melts and the meat is warmed through. So there you have it. These are our turkey and cheese sliders, and this is going in the oven, which is already preheated. And we're going to set our timer for 20 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to clean up just a little bit, and then we're going to proceed with what we're cooking next. So everything that I'm not using is going in the garbage bowl, and everything that I'm done with is going back in the fridge. I did think I had bought this 5-cheese Italian blend because I was going to put that on top of the sandwich, but I didn't need it. Just the regular. We use the New York extra sharp cheddar, the white, and so that was plenty. So I'm going to take this extra stuff over to the fridge because I am done, and I do like to clean my kitchen as I go along. I'm actually also done with, I'm going to leave the salt out, and I'm going to be done with all of the rest of my spices. So everything back in the spice cabinet. Okay. And I'm done with my cutting board, so that's going. There we go. We've been to the Goodwill, y'all. We picked up some pretty good items. I'm going to be doing a haul real soon on my Goodwill finds. I was out today with my sister. We walked 3.9 miles today. We walked 3.9 miles yesterday, and we walked 2.6 miles on Monday. So we've been walking this week. So these onions are now sauteed pretty nicely, and I had some brown rice that I made earlier in the week. So I try to make about 2 cups of brown rice that I can use throughout the week. Whoop, uh-oh. So what I'm going to do is just separate this rice out, and I'm going to put it in the onions, in with the sauteed onions. And you don't want to leave rice in the fridge too long, so a couple days max. So try to use it as much as you can. And this is brown rice, so it's a little bit healthier than the white rice. And that's just going right into my onions. And I'm going to saute that up a little bit just to warm the rice through, incorporate all of the onions. Bubba, will you put that back in the fridge for me? Thank you. So we probably have one more use on that rice, I'm sure. Maybe tomorrow night I'll figure out something to do with it. I did season this with a little salt and a little black pepper. I didn't put any other seasoning in it because I'm going to use some salmon out of the packet, and the salmon is the lemon pepper salmon. I actually got these free from Harris Teeter, They were $1 a piece, and I had a coupon that doubled to $2, so I was able to get 2 packs. So I'm just doing a quick little stir fry of the rice. And I'm going to add in the salmon after I get it nice and chunked up, or de-chunked. I'm going to de-chunk. So again, in this pan, I just have brown rice. I have 1 medium onion, yellow onion, and then I'm going to add in the salmon. And so I'm trying to get some protein in because I did walk almost 4 miles today. And I'm telling you, I'm tired. But I've been waking up every morning and I've been feeling I've been feeling really refreshed. So it's hard when you start, and when you start, my goal this week was 5 miles a day, but I got in 3.4. So I'm pleased with that. And every week I plan to walk a little more. I made a little deal with my kids because they go to Tae Kwon Do 4 to 5 days a week, and I told them every day that they go to Tae Kwon Do, Mommy was going to walk. And if I don't walk, then I have to pay them a fine, $1. They get paid $1 for every day that I do not walk, and they're going to put it in their vacation fund or whatever they decide they want to do with it. I'm saving in the change jar for a vacation, but they're saving for whatever they want. So that's 2 packs of the pink salmon. It's the lemon pepper flavored. Here, Bubby. That's all to the trash can, please. And I'm just stirring this together just to heat the salmon through. You can use the pink salmon in a can. You don't have to use the lemon pepper flavor if you don't want to. This is just what we had on hand, that I didn't have to go to the grocery store and buy anything additional. And it's going to probably serve 3 of us tonight. We may not have any leftovers from this because the kids did Tae Kwon Do for a couple hours, so they need to get some protein in as well. But this cooks up real easy. You can easily add to this peppers if you had peppers. We did not have any peppers. And I was going to do some fried apples on the side, but I don't have any brown sugar, so I'm not going to do fried apples tonight. I'll probably do them over the weekend. And I actually was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, and she did this amazing hot apple cider drink. And my sister loves my hot apple cider, so I think I'm going to make it for her. And it actually has gelato in it, like really, for real. Praise God. Hallelujah. That came straight from heaven. That was straight a download from heaven. So I'm going to try it, and I'll try to film it when I make it. But it's fall. It's getting cool, and so everybody needs a hot drink. I'm going to actually try to have an open house this season where I have people come in and just hang out. So that'll be a good warm beverage for the people that come over. You know, everybody wants comfort food when it's pretty cold. So anywho, this is what we're doing tonight. This is what our salmon and rice looks like. That's all ready to go. And then we're just going to peek in to the stove and see what our Sammys look like. We still have about 13 minutes to go. So you can just now see where that olive oil on top is starting to take on a nice shine. The cheese is not quite melted, but the rolls are getting a little bit toasty. They're not as fluffy as they were before, but they're toasty on top, and I'm sure they're fluffy under the bottom, but the cheese is still not melted. So we have about 13 more minutes to go on that. But we just wanted to show you what we were cooking tonight. So thank you for coming by our page, and we'll see you next time. Bye.